Good morning to everybody. Yeah, it's a beautiful one. Dr. Biden, Judge Vela, Rebecca Acuna, the best state director in the country. No offense to the other 49. We want to welcome you to El Paso. We want to welcome you back to El Paso. And we want to tell you how grateful we are to have you here. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow El Pasoans, I want you to know that Amy and I have had the opportunity to get to know Dr. Biden and her husband, Joe. And they are among the very best of us. Along the campaign trail, as we each sought the nomination of our party, you could not find a couple that were more kind or compassionate or caring, even though ostensibly we were competing against one another. They wanted to make sure that we were okay. Joe Biden, during those debates, backstage, always asked me, with genuine interest, how Amy was doing, how Ulysses was doing, how Henry, how Molly, how my kids were doing. He wasn't preparing the next attack line. He wasn't rehearsing a gotcha moment. He wanted to know if I was okay. Jill Biden, the very same way, with both me and Amy along the way. And I got to tell you, it made it such an easy decision to get behind them because I know what good people they are, how good they've been to us, and how good they will be for this country. Dr. Biden, I want you to know this. This community of El Paso is a community of strong beliefs. On this, the first day of early voting in the biggest battleground state in the Union, this is a community that believes in voting rights. In 1924, after the Texas legislature implemented the all-white Democratic primary, meaning that if you were black or Mexican American, you could not participate in your democracy, it was an El Pasoan, Dr. Lawrence Nixon, whose portrait hung in the county courthouse over which then Judge Veronica Escobar presided, who took that case to the Supreme Court of the United States of America not once, but twice. And thanks to his courage and his perseverance and his intelligence, he brought down the all-white Democratic primary in the state of Texas in 1944 and made sure that every Texan of every background, race, ethnicity, or color could vote and participate in our elections. This is a community, Dr. Biden, that believes in civil rights. Right here at this institution, a black woman who had graduated from Douglas High School in El Paso, the all-black high school, because it was the only high school that allowed her to attend. She tried to enroll here at what was then Texas Western College, denied admittance because of the color of her skin. She took that case with a little-known attorney named Thurgood Marshall to the federal bench and not only won the right to attend Texas Western College, now the University of Texas at El Paso, but helped to integrate higher education for every single Texan. That came right out of El Paso. This is a community that believes in its heritage. This is the first major American city to elect a Mexican American as its mayor in 1957 with Raymond Tejas. Absolutely path-breaking for the rest of the country. And this is a community that believes in excellence. You are standing on the grounds of the only school in the state of Texas to win the men's NCAA basketball championship, the 1966 UTEP Miners. You're in the city of the 1949 Bowie Bears, Los Osos Orgullosos, who won the state baseball championship against the open racism then prevalent in the state of Texas. And this, Dr. Biden, is a community that believes in service. I just saw one of my all-time heroes, Keta Fierro, who is a former chair of our party, and she is wearing a Veterans for Biden mask right over there. This is a city that is so proud of our military service at Fort Bliss and those who put their lives on the line for this country, the veterans that we are so proud of. And lastly, this is a city that believes in community and kindness and compassion. Dr. Biden, this is one of the safest cities in the United States of America, and that is not despite the fact that we are a city of immigrants who come from the world over to find a home right here in El Paso, Texas, but it is precisely because more than a quarter in this community were born somewhere else that we are so safe, that we are so successful. Their presence, Their perseverance and their tenacity in the face of the longest odds has made us far better than we otherwise would be. This is a city that believes, and we believe that you and your husband can win the 38 electoral college votes of the state of Texas, which more than anything else or any other state would end our national nightmare on the night of November 3rd. It would turn the page on Donald Trump and Trumpism and allow us to begin the next necessary new chapter of this country led by Joe Biden. El Paso, what do you think? Dr. Biden, this is a community that believes in the very best of us. And we know that we have found it in Jill Biden and her husband, Joe Biden. And we know that he will be the next president of the United States of America with you by his side as the next First Lady of the United States of America.